You're now listening to the Festival of Football, presented by Billy Harvey and Henry Barrett.
West Ham and Tottenham combined 11. The bit that's probably going to get a bit,
Heated.
I mean, unless you agree with me, it's going to get verbally heated. So we'll start off with formation. What formation do you think we should play?
Definitely some variation of 4-3-3. Either with a holding midfield player or a 10. Probably would make sense more to have a holding midfield player because none of us really have a great cam.
I personally think we should play obviously goalie 4-3-3, 2 CDMs, 1 cam, 2 wingers and a striker.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, yeah,
that suits my narrative very well.
No, I don't mind that one. That's fair enough.
Brilliant. Okay, so we'll start off in goal. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of either keeper. Fabianski's all right, but he's not at that level. So, I mean, I'm willing to concede to Lloris if you want, but
Lloris, I don't rate him now, but he is a World Cup winning goalkeeper, so I think we've got to put him in, really.
Yeah, I mean, even though he tried his best to lose that World Cup final. Left back,
you got a choice of Reguilon or Masuaku or Creswell.
This season, I think Creswell's been better, but I think Reguilon is probably the better player.
Yeah, Reguilon is the better player, but Creswell is probably the player that's more in form at this moment in time. But I'm happy to go with Creswell if you want Creswell. I think Reguilon's good, but he's probably the more talented player. But I'm going to put players on form. I think
that's it. If we're basing it off of form in this season, then Creswell gets in. If we're basing it off of potential, then obviously Reguilon gets in there. So we'll go with Creswell simply because it's what we think at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
For me, centre back, Ogbonna's got to be in there.
Yeah, he could be one of the two. I think Ogbonna and probably.
I've got to give Dawson a shot though.
He's done all right, but I think this is Tottenham's problem. We don't have great centre backs. I mean, if you're going to go on what they've done in the Premier League, you got to go with Alderweireld. But
yeah, I'm glad you said it because I can't say that name.
Yeah, we'll call him Toby. So I'd be happy to go with Ogbonna and Toby.
Yeah, that's good with me. I'll take that. Right back's not even a debate. Safal.
Yeah, Safal. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a good right back. We've got Oreo Biscuit and Matt Doherty. So
the Safal's definitely in there.
Yeah.
Right, for the 2 CDMs, for me, it's not even a question. It's Rice and Souček.
I'd take Souček. Rice, I don't rate. I think he's very basic.
Mate, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? You don't rate Rice. Are you kidding me? There's no way Rice is not getting in this team. I don't care.
He's very basic. Like I think the thing is, Souček obviously gets in because he's scored a lot of goals in the league. He's he's one of your top goal scorers, probably second top goal scorer.
Yeah, I think he at one point he was higher, but then Antonio scored goals against. I think he's gone back above him.
Yeah, so yeah,
I think it's like 8 or 9 goals. I can't remember exactly what the number is.
Yeah. So he's definitely nailed on. But who else could we put in there? So from the Tottenham aspect, you've got to look at Ndombele.
No.
And then you've got like the great player that is Harry Winks.
He can Winks off.
Yeah, we're not having him. He's not in.
Mate, I'm sorry, I'm not conceding. It's Rice and Souček. There's no better. Tottenham have got no better CDM than Rice or Souček.
It's probably yeah. I mean, that says a lot about our midfield, doesn't it? If we haven't got
the only one that comes close is what's his name? On Dembele.
Yeah,
but he's not done it this season. So for me, it's Rice and Souček.
Oh, well, we'll go with that then. That's fine.
That's fine with me. Okay. Let me think. So, what about the right winger?
Bale has to be Gareth Bale. Let
me think.
If we're going on form, I mean, he smashed a hat-trick in at the weekend. He's scoring goals for fun. He's dominating teams.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, Bowen ain't really done much, has he? So he's done well, but he's not on Bale's level.
We've also got the GCSE Yarmolenko.
Fuck off. No, I'll concede to that. I think that's a good choice. Cam, Jesse Lingard.
On form, yeah, on form, definitely, yeah. We don't have a Cam. I mean, we've got Lo Celso, but yeah,
I rate Lo Celso. I do rate Lo Celso, but he's not on Lingard's level.
No, not if we're going on form. Obviously, we've seen what Lingard's done to teams in the past few weeks and months. So yeah, he's definitely got to be in, hasn't he?
Yeah, left wing, obviously. Son.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk for days about Son. That goal he scored against Sheffield United was a banger. He's probably the best left winger in the Premier League, if we're honest.
Yeah, he's up there. And then striker. I mean,
it's got to be.
Kane. I want to say Antonio, man. I really do. I really want Antonio. But you can't go against Kane, can you? Really? But yeah. I think Antonio's got to be. He's got to be given a mention. He's got to be. I've got to put his argument in there. You know what I mean? Like, it gives you something different than what Kane does. Kane's not going to run in behind. Kane's not going to, fight as much as Antonio does. And literally, Antonio can drag you up the pitch. But ultimately, yeah, I'd say Kane's got to be there.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best, probably the best out-and-out striker in the Premier League in terms of ability. And I've said it before, I want him to leave, so it doesn't make sense what I'm saying. But I think out of Kane and Antonio, it's definitely Kane. It just has to be.
Fair play. We've got Hugo Lloris in goal, Safau at right back, Toby and Ogbonna in central defence with Creswell on the left, which I'm quite surprised at. Rice and Souček CDMs, and then we have Lingard in cam, and then Bao and Song on the wings with Harry Kane up front. Mate, I think that team's sick. That wins the league.
Yeah, it's a good team. It's a great team, isn't it? And I think if you look at the bench options as well, you'd have Antonio on the bench.
Pretty much.
Who else will we get on the bench? Probably someone like Ndombele, like we mentioned, would be the sort of the midfield option on the bench. Defenders on the bench, we might have maybe Sanchez or Eric Dyer as like a utility man. I don't rate him, but he's useful in different positions.
Yeah, he's shit, mate. I'm sorry, but he's shit.
No, he's shit, but he's useful, isn't he?
You could have what's his name? Dawson on the bench. He's all right.
Yeah, Dawson as a centre back, he's not the form that he's in anyway. I mean, I don't personally think he's a great player, but if you're going on form, he's played well, hasn't he? So,
well, this is it. I mean, he's got that. Oh God, he's got that. He's got the know-how to defend well, and if you put him with someone that's good at defending, he's all right.
Yeah, and then obviously on the bench, like if you sub-keeper, you got Fabianski. So
yeah, that's a good. I think that's a decent team, mate. To be honest,
it's not too bad, is it? Really, when you look at it, you think, okay, yeah, on their day, all those players are great. Like the front four is pretty good, I'd say.
Definitely. Yeah. And then you got Rice and Souček. Souček arriving in the box late, arriving at the right time, and then you've got Rice that's just. Mate, it's just I don't know how you can't rate Rice. What's wrong with you?
Nah, he's basic. He reminds me a lot of Eric Dyer when Eric Dyer was coming through, and we've all seen what's happened with him. So yeah, I think maybe he's like Gareth Barry. Maybe he's one of those players that goes under the radar, but is a quality player. But just because he doesn't do flashy stuff, and it's one of those things like we said before. Like Kante, for example, everyone knows about Kante. That's a different issue. But maybe he does things that people don't notice, and he is integral to teams. But I just don't see it.
But this is it. I mean, I watch West Ham week in, week out. You don't, so you probably don't see what Rice does. But you did see the run against Arsenal, right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That run that he did was just at the end of the game as well. Like when you're knackered, he he's vital for making last-ditch challenges. There was I think against Arsenal as well, he made the last-ditch challenge where they were going to score. He breaks up the play, and he just brings that reassurance to the team. So me personally, he's amazing. And I think that's why they're banding around like 80 million. Like West Ham saying not going to accept anything. The least they'll ever accept probably 100 mil. Because they will take less, but they know it's going to take a massive amount of money to get Rice to go.
Yeah, for sure. And in a COVID world, I don't think someone's going to pay that. And I think that's probably what's kept him at the club. And if you get this Champions League football,
he doesn't want to go, mate. He doesn't want to go. You look at his reactions when he was on the sidelines when we were playing a game and we were winning. He loves being at West Ham. You can see that. I'm not saying he's going to stay forever. He's not going to do a noble because he's not a West Ham fan. But he loves being at the club. You can see that. And I think we've got him for at least another 2 years. And if we get Champions League or Europa League and we add better players, it gives us more chance of keeping him for longer.
It does, yeah, but you need to achieve those things. And I think it depends on who comes in for him. I think, honestly, he will go to Chelsea at some point.
I think Man United's the place he's going to go. I don't think he'll go back to Chelsea because of what they did to him.
Oh yeah, as a kid, yeah, I forgot about that.
They said you're not good enough. See you later. And then he's gone to West Ham and proved that he's good enough. Yeah. I think if he goes anywhere, it's Man United or Arsenal if they turn it around.
I can't see him going to Arsenal if I'm honest. I think Arsenal are a club.
But mate, if Arsenal turn it around, they get this new geezer in, and he brings back the Arsenal philosophy that they had all them years. There'll be a force again, and Rice sets in there. Rice is the sort of player that Arsenal need.
Yeah,
he's better than Partey.
I mean, anyone's better than Partey. I mean, Jesus Christ, he's been awful. He's been injured. He's got about 2 finishing. Like, you see these shots go over the bar, and it's like, why did they buy him? I mean, it was a strange signing in the first place, and then Arsenal fans were hyping them up. All of the Arsenal fan TV were doing the Neo song where they're dancing around singing Thomas Partey, and what was that about? But yeah, I think, like you said, I don't think this new guy's got any intention of buying Arsenal. I think it's all hype.
Possibly. But there you go, mate. That is what football is, isn't it? All hype. Right then, mate. Well, I've enjoyed this podcast. I mean, we'll be back again. We're going to be doing a special podcast this week, aren't we? So it's going to be 3. One and the special one's going to be on racism in football, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah. I think that's the biggest talking point in world football at the moment. It's obviously a big societal issue too. And yeah, we'll come on to talk about the sort of the racial abuse that we've seen online too, and what social media can do to stop it. So that's going to be a very interesting one.
Yeah, and then we'll have obviously our other regular podcast probably that'll be coming out on Friday. So yeah, guys, there'll be a lot of content from us this week. Remember to follow us in the socials. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're now on YouTube. Yes, that's where we're gonna be for all the clips of the shows, where you can see our beautiful faces as well, guys. Not just hearing our beautiful voices. You can see our faces, which will be great too. So yeah, you can see when Billy makes his controversial comments, you can see his smug face when he's doing them.
Yeah, I think the only reason more people will join in is because looking at me is quite pleasant, isn't it? So
he's a smug bastard, guys. Don't listen. He's a guy that was born and bred a Cockney, but he's the furthest thing from a Cockney that goes, mate. That's all I'm gonna say on the matter.
Yeah, people say that I'm posh, but I can't see it. There we go.
Yeah, well, there you go, mate. That's it. Well, that's been our episode 3 podcast, guys. I hope you enjoyed it very much. And until next time, it's a goodbye for me. It's a goodbye for Billy. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
You've been listening to the Festival of Football podcast, presented by Henry Berrett and Billy Harvey. We'll see you on the next one.